Hi, this is Lori Flood, a sentient human being, and I'm here in Hope Valley, California, in Alpine County, California, which is a beautiful part of the eastern part of Northern California. And I want to show some of what's going on. I've shown many videos of poisoned water, but I want to show another that shows kind of a different angle on things. And I already tried one video, and not too surprisingly, the video was turned off on me as I was doing it. So I just want to start to say first and then show, so that I can keep watching if this gets turned off on me. I've shown many videos about how they're poisoning the water. I've seen a light blue color further north, poison that they're using. There's a green color poison that they use. Those, I believe, are put in the rivers and creeks, and rivers and creeks, the larger ones, with some kind of chemical truck dumping the water in. My cat's very upset. Every time I try to do this, he gets upset too. In the smaller streams and creeks, often what we see is a clear color. The one thing that, no matter what the color is, that happens, that I see over and over, and it's in many videos that I've done, and I'm sorry I'm having to move around a little bit, it's uncomfortable on this rock. All the different kinds of the poison that are intentionally being put into the rivers, creeks, and streams bubble the water. That's your big clue that something's wrong, because the water bubbles unnaturally, and the bubbles stay on an unnatural length of time. Also, if you put it in a pan or pot or something, and then you get done with the pan and you take a white paper towel and you wipe it afterwards, you'll notice that on the paper towel you're going to get a residue it's an oily residue, and it's like a yellowish orange type tint, like a dark orange type tint. What it does is, if you try to drink it, and I've shown videos of animal scat, and I unfortunately did show a video of my own feces, where basically everything you eat, the same quantity comes out in your feces. You're getting no value from what you've eaten. It also, I found, causes kinds of neurological damage, and that's what I'm beginning to experience now. It's very important that people wake up and stand up. I'm going to walk this over. Unfortunately, with the computer being in the bright sun, it's hard to see what's going on. But I'm going to walk this over, and I want to show you where you can see the bubbliness, but I also want to show you something else. And the something else I can actually show from right here, I think, pretty well, and I think that's what I will do. We might have a little bit of an issue with the difference between the sun and the shade, but here they've poisoned the water so much for so long, obviously, that the trees that are closest to the riverbank are dead. The trees like what's behind me that are not close to the riverbank, because the riverbank's ahead of me here, those are living and they're fine. Even though either way too much, we either have, in California, we have years of either way too much precipitation, or we have years of drought. And it keeps, because the jet stream is being modified, which people do not have the right to do, which endangers all life on the planet. That tree is healthy. Right now, the river or creek, whichever it is is a good 20 feet from me. That tree's healthy and safe. But let me turn this around. Hopefully you'll be able to see, and I'll walk down further. Everything here that's closer to the riverbank, you see this poor guy, he's getting watered from the riverbank. He's dead. He's a snag. In fact, now I think about, well, no, I'm not camping near snags. Okay, I'm far enough away from the... These ones that are getting watered by the riverbank, they're snags. But the ones that are far enough away from the riverbank, they're not. So just a little ways back, behind where the riverbank goes over there in that bend, then you've got more snags right behind it. All living trees. All living trees. And guess what? You wouldn't be surprised. Let me make sure I've still got you. Yes. Okay. You wouldn't be surprised, I bet, if I told you that the dead trees are the path. Hopefully you can see the dead trees are the path of the riverbank. This is what's being done by repeated poisoning out here in beautiful Hope Valley in Alpine County, California. Now you say, "Oh no, Lori, the people wouldn't do that. Your government wouldn't do that. Why would they do that?" That's a very good question, isn't it? Well, let's show you the proof again. So many times I've shown this over and over, whether it's green water, whether it's light blue water, or usually green, or whatever. But so many times I show this over and over. And here it is. This is heading down. This is heading down towards Gardnerville and Minden and Carson City. That's where this is headed. Drink up. Drink up. Then the other one, that's headed down to the other stuff, often where I go, is headed in the other direction, down to Sacramento. Drink up. You people gonna keep following along and doing what you're told? Let me show. Take a look here. It's all bubbly. It's all bubbly. It unnaturally bubbles and it stays bubbly. That's poison, folks. That's poison. Oh, I don't worry. They're going to filter it out anyway. Well, what about when all the trees are dead? What about how I've shown many videos about how they're intentionally burning the forests and overlogging? So what happens when it's all desertified? I can show you areas in Markleyville if we get there this year. I can show you areas in Markleyville that's the same. That what they did, sorry, I'm trying to walk and think and talk and chew gum all at the same time. Really, I can do that, but you know. What stupidity. These people, they drink, smoke, and they do drugs, and they won't stand up. They'll sit and they'll chug-a-lug their beers to keep them from feeling. They'll chug-a-lug their beers so they don't have to feel. They'll start their day with caffeine so they don't have to feel sad, so they get going. Then they'll chug-a-lug their drugs and their beers and their alcohol day and night. And then they'll wake up the next day and do it again. But hey, you know, if we do what they say, here in the Sacramento area, down below in the Sacramento area, they've got, doesn't matter where you work. You work at Safeway, you know, or whatever. You got enough that you got a brand new SUV every 1 to 3 years. Really? I'm not saying that people at Safeway shouldn't have, you know, a living wage. I support that. I'm a progressive. I support that. That's fine. But is that happening in every area? Not where I've been before. No. So why is that? It's time to start thinking. It's time for these people to start waking up and saying, well, gee, if they're burning the forests, and anybody that's in California at this point that doesn't think that that's intentional, I don't know where their brains are. Clearly not where the sun shines. So when everything gets desertified, are y'all ready? Those of you that are benefiting from all this, are you already building your bunkers? Are you going to be happy living in a bunker? Do you think you're going to live underground with your little masters? Where exactly do you think you're going to live when the whole surface of the planet is desertified and your services are no longer needed? Are they going to give you a living wage? What is it called? A living wage in lieu of earning an income? What are you going to do? Wake up. Wake up and get off the dang couch watching the football game or going to the mall and wake up. That's your water. It's coming your way, honey. Wake up. When it's all a desert, then what will you do? Wake up. Use your brain instead of sticking it up where the sun don't shine. I've said enough. I've had it.